With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 19 carries, 137 yards, and a score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will...
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes a lot of...
Touchdown! That's caught. CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Cooper again the target. They'll look to throw again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Left side to Lamb. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They get this out left. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Jonathan Taylor, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Cooper on the return. And he returns this to the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw again. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling into